Can I see? What? No countdown?
No countdown. Get out of here. Now let's do it right. God damn it. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great day overall and having a great start to your weekend. I'm back at y'all to tap into what's currently going on in the boxing world, man. We're going to talk about Teofimo Lopez continuing to duck lies about a confirmed Shakur Stevenson fight, saying the N-word again and begging for exhibitions. We also going to be talking about Curmel, Moton, in the Lamont Roach situation. And then, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics. Shout out to everybody that's in the building thus far. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. I already see the comments in the building. Shout out to the boy Forever Dedicated for the first comment of the day. He says, Mark, thoughts on Tank going back on X? He getting crazy hate. I mean, he's going back on X because he got a fight date. You know, it's a pattern with Gervonta. You feel what I'm saying? You know, when he's not fighting, he's not really on social media. But then when he comes out with an announcement, here he go talking. You know what I mean? Here he go disrespecting his fans and, you know, people who genuinely support him. Only response for the most part to negativity. You know, that's just the type of person that Gervonta Davis is. So I'm not surprised at all. You feel what I mean? He came out of hiding because he's here to sell a product, which is his fight against Jake Paul in November. It is what it is. Calm Minded, what up? Simba Boxing, what up? He says, should have put Lamont, Curmel, and Floyd's situation on title Mazuma. I might do that by the time this live wrap up, man. You know what I mean? But we're going to talk about it regardless. You feel what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, why don't I just do that right now? It's actually some great advice, Simba. I appreciate that. Let me see. Yeah, you could bring some over here. Matter of fact, yeah, let me do this right now. Am I sick? Nah, I took a nap on my fucking sofa, and thanks to my cats, I guess I got the fur in my eyes, so now my allergies tweaking. But I just took my pill, so we're gonna be straight. You feel me? But I'm definitely not sick, thank God. Lies about Shakur. Hold on, babe. I'm trying to think. You're throwing me off. Teofimo Lopez lies about Shakur fight, which he did. All right, we good. Did I spell exhibition wrong? God damn, what's going on, Mark? Need to go back to school, brother. Cat for the worst, yeah, bro. That's a fact. And I don't know what it is. It's like sometimes they shed crazy, sometimes they don't. But when they do, oh my God, that should be fucking the whole crib up. Sheesh. I hate that they only allow like fucking 100 characters or less on titles, but it is what it is. I got it. I think I changed it. Hating on cats, insane. What you mean I'm hating on cats? I'm just saying, bro, when they shed, that shit is crazy. But anyways, like I said, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Vic Damani, Smoochie in the building. Chris Maldonado, Coffee Plant, What's going on? What's going on? We got some things to talk about, people. We definitely got some things to talk about. And bro, I don't know what the fuck be going on with my phone, but I had made a video earlier talking about the Teofimo Lopez situation, about him lying about basically signing for a Shakur Stevenson fight in January. Shakur talking about he don't know what the fuck he talking about. The inside sources, according to Sports Illustrated, came out and said, "We don't got no knowledge of that." He actually turned the fight down. So what the fuck is really going on? You see what I'm saying? Like, at this point, if you believe Teofimo Lopez, something is really wrong with you. Like, you the type nigga, like I said, your girl come home 4 a.m, saying that she just left an ice cream shop, but she only got white shit on the back of her dress. Oh, yeah, man. I'm like, yo, man, damn, what happened with your girl last night? Why she get home so late? Man, she said she was getting the ice cream with her friends. At 4 a.m? Well, ice cream shop open at 4 a.m. I don't know. It's, you know, I just believe her, all right? Y'all the type niggas that believe T.O. and everything he say. He habitually lies. He lies about shit that he doesn't need to lie about. Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ice cream at 4 a.m. I'm like, what was you eating? Ice cream with your ass, bitch? Why the fuck you only got white stains on the back of your dress, not in the front? What the fuck going on? That's the same niggas who believe in Teofimo Lopez whenever he opened his mouth. And he tell you he be lying. He be like, yeah. Yeah, I said that. I put that out there as bait and you took it. So that's letting you know you should never believe what Teofimo Lopez tell you because he ain't got no problem lying to you. He also calls it pimping the media. He lies to the media puts it out there, he gets publicity in return. And while simultaneously ignoring the fact that he's a blatant liar. T.O. needs to be stripped. Shout out to the boy Dust22. I wonder when they're gonna mandate him to fight somebody. I'm genuinely wondering that. When they gonna make him fight somebody? What is T.O. gonna do? There's a lot of info that's been coming out about Teofimo Lopez, and I'm gonna actually share the screen to show you guys exactly where this had all started. Well, we could really go back to where it really started because, you know, obviously before that, that's when he ducked Devin Haney, and then he started disrespecting Turkey, his country, his religion, and Turkey came out and told you, bro, I'm not fucking with T.O. no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you disrespect me, that's cool, but you disrespecting my country, you disrespecting my religion, I can't fuck with that. You would no longer be a part of any type of shows or events that I got going on. And I told you guys that was a vital mistake for Teofimo Lopez if he's looking to be a part of these big events where he's making the money that he wasn't able to make over at Top Rank and all these different organizations. You've seen Teofimo Lopez try to go over to the PBC side. You see he's trying to tap into every business possible because he wants to get these bags without facing these elite guys. That's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? They can't say that money is the issue because you let Turkey Al-Sheikh, you know, Devin Haney tell it. He agreed to all the terms. He agreed to all the terms. They was confident that Teofimo Lopez was going to sign this fight. They was like, yo, he actually going to sign this. The fight should be signed by tomorrow morning, blah, blah, blah. T.O. out with his family. You know what I'm saying? So after that, he going to sign the deal, then we going to announce it, blah, blah, blah. This was supposed to be for November 22nd, from what I understand. All of a sudden, Teofimo Lopez, you know, he forgot his pen, and then all of a sudden just came out and said, yo, I'm not interested in the fight no more. Why is that? If you agree that you can't say it's because of the money, you can't blame people's religion, you can't blame Devin Haney and Turkey Al-Sheikh being Muslim, all that shit. Bro, you cannot use those angles because if that was the case, you would have never took it upon yourself to agree to the terms in the first place. Logic says that. You feel what I'm saying? If I genuinely felt like the odds was against me and I was gonna get fucked over by the politics of boxing, you knew prior to agreeing to the terms with Devin Haney that Devin Haney is a devout Muslim. You know that Turkey Al-Sheikh is a devout Muslim, right? You knew that before accepting the terms, and yet you still went out of your way to accept them initially. You turned your back on it, and now you want to blame it on because you know Turkey and Devin got to relate. Nah, you can't use that now. You knew that from the very beginning. You can't backtrack and say, oh, this is the reason why. No, it's because you pussy. Let's just call it what it is. He's been avoiding Devin Haney since the lightweight division, and it carried over to 140 and 147. It is what it is. So that's where it started at from the very beginning, my people. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm assuming my notifications didn't get sent out. I usually be having about 20, 25 people in the building by now. So if y'all could go ahead and hit the like button, let's get the algorithm on the up so the people know that Mazuma TV is live. You feel what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and share the screen for the people to see. Where do we start? Jesus Christ. This dude, Teofimo Lopez. And we were just talking about like the goofies of the year, man. It don't get more goofier than Teo. I'm sorry, bro. Like, this dude has done everything in his power to fuck his own career up. Let me share this part right here. So, Shakur Stevenson had tweeted something back in August 21st, which was yesterday. And he says, Lamont was getting ready for the rematch. Hold on, let me see what Shakur was responding to. Somebody said, okay, so let's start all the way back from Brunch Boxing. It says WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson is out for the remainder of 2025, according to Lamont Roach. Shakur Stevenson, somebody tweeted Shakur Stevenson said this true. He said Lamont was getting ready for a rematch, so he gonna have an in-between fight and then fight me at the top of the year. But it's only if Teo doesn't accept the fight, though. So it sounds like from what Shakur Stevenson is saying, Teofimo Lopez is the number one guy on his list. But if he falls through, then I'm gonna definitely be fighting Lamont Roach at the beginning of 2026. So it seems like it is true. Shakur Stevenson gonna sit back, let his hands heal. You know what I mean? He's been having difficulty with his hands. From what I understood, it didn't really show in the Williams Cepeda fight. From what I saw, I didn't see him shaking his hand or being or second guessing his offense or anything like that. But maybe, you know, maybe he just got hand injuries. It is what it is, and I think it would be smart to just let his hands heal so he can start 2026 with a bang. You feel me? So that's what Shakur Stevenson says. Teofimo Lopez responds to this tweet 24 hours later and says, "I've accepted the fight. I'll see you the beginning of the year." Shakur Stevenson with the handshake emoji. Now, I had people hitting me up. Shout out to the boy Ree. That's in the group chat. You know what I mean? One of the day one people that came up on Mazuma TV when we started from the very beginning. And he was believing Teo. He was believing in Teo. And I was like, Ree, you should know better than this. Why are you believing Teofimo Lopez? Why would you believe anything that this dude says? This man has turned down more fights than he's accepted throughout his career, especially against like top opposition. He's fucked up every fight that he's ever had in front of him. And this is exactly why them dudes like Top Rank, Turkey Al-Sheikh and them, they frustrated with this dude. This dude does not want to fight a single soul, bro. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, Ree, why would you believe this guy? He was like, oh, man. I said, bro, I understand that you a big Shakur Stevenson fan. But it's like, bro, you think that Teo's going to be willing to fight Shakur? Like, you really think that? So this was like right before Shakur Stevenson. I mean, this was like right before this had came out right here. So let me shut this down. Let me share the screen. Let me shut this down. Let me share the screen. This shit right here, bro. Like bro. All you gotta do is just read between the lines, bro, and just study people's actions. That's all you gotta do. Just study Teofimo Lopez's history, and you'll see a whole lot of what the fuck be going on with him, man. And this is according to Chris Mannix, who's over at Sports Illustrated. Sports Illustrated. He said there has been no progress in talks for a Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson fight, and Saudi officials are moving on. Sources told Sports Illustrated. Now, there has been frustration with Lopez throughout the process. I'm told the focus has shifted to finding another opponent for Stevenson, with Lamont Roach a leading candidate. Now, are we surprised? Are we surprised? Let's be genuinely honest here. Are we surprised that Teofimo Lopez walked away from this situation? Smoochie said, I'm not going to lie. I thought it was real. We got to stop being so naive, Smoochie. Like, seriously, we just got to pay attention to these people's actions. Understand them for what they show, not who they try to be. Understand them for who they show they are, like for their actions. Understand them for their actions. Teofimo Lopez is a habitual fucker-upper. Whenever he has something good in front of him, you better believe he's going to fuck it up. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Bro, Teo can have everything in order. Everything in his life could be going beautifully, perfect, family good. You know, his son good, his love life good. He could have $100 million in the bank. Everybody healthy. He's gonna do something to fuck it all up. He's just one of those type of people. And I've been telling y'all about Teofimo Lopez. That shit that he be going around talking, it's just a cover-up, man. It's overcompensation. All this man shows you is that he's insecure and he does not believe in himself. And when George Kambosos came up on that stage and said, those belts that you won off of Vasyl Lomachenko was the worst thing that ever happened to you, that shit has aged very well. Because since he's beat Vasyl Lomachenko and after he lost to George Kambosos, this dude has been spiraling out of control from a mental aspect. How about we go all the way back to when Teofimo Lopez did an interview on the Donza Project? Shout out to them, the Donza Project. He sat at that podcast and told you he will never fight Shakur Stevenson. Never. Why is that? Because he has a lot of respect for James Prince. That's his manager. Huh? So you will never fight a nigga who's in or around your division who's an elite level fighter because you got respect for his manager? Me, from a logical perspective, if I have a lot of respect for another man, that would make me want to break bread with them. I would rather break bread with a nigga that I admire, that I look up to, that I have a huge amount of respect for, than break bread with a stranger. Right? That's just me personally, right? But according to Teofimo Lopez, he'll never fight Shakur Stevenson because of that. After that, he goes on and he says he doesn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson and then listed unaliving tendencies as to why Shakur Stevenson will not be somebody that he will face. He said that when Shakur Stevenson had lost the fight in the amateurs, he pretty much insinuated that Shakur was so upset that he was willing to unalive himself. That's another fact. That's something that you can go look at yourself. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Like he takes losses like very personally and he might do something to himself and he doesn't want any responsibility for that. And I just found that so ironic because I swear to God, there was a Rolly Romero interview out here, right? Where Rolly said that he was pretty much disappointed with the falling out that both of these guys had because he was one of the reasons why, or he was one of the people that prevented Teofimo Lopez from unaliving himself. So you going around here telling people that you won't fight Shakur because he might do something to himself. Whole time behind the scenes, you want to do something to yourself. And that just goes to prove that you're not doing as well psychologically as you claim to be. You have a lot of issues up there, Teo, and I think you're honestly not addressing it. We see it in your performances. We see it after your fights. We see the little emotional breakdowns you be having. We see the strained relationship that you have with your father. There's a lot of shit that's going on with Teofimo Lopez. So I think the last thing this nigga wants to do is be honest or face anything that may strain him from a mental aspect. So, yeah, I don't believe he wants to fight any of these elite guys. And when he faces adversity in the ring, when he fights guys like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz, he has literal episodes after the fight. This dude, Teo, was crying after the Jermaine Ortiz fight. Like that, bro. Like, it's different if you got tears coming down, but when you out here, like, making noises and shit while you cry, like, you got a lot of built-up trauma inside you that you have yet to let out. You feel what I'm saying? Islam, Coffee playing good catch. I'm saying unalive for a reason because YouTube don't play with certain words and they'll demonetize this shit just off that. So we gonna say unalive for the moment until they ban that word. Then we gonna come up with something else. You feel me? But for the moment, yes, Teofimo Lopez got a lot of issues psychologically. I think that's safe to say. So sounds like, and from what I heard, Turkey Al-Sheikh went out of his way. I mean, Teofimo Lopez went over to Turkey Al-Sheikh, apologized to him. Turkey Al-Sheikh accepts his apology, tries to make another big fight with him, and he declines another offer. It's like, damn. You really don't want to take any chances. You do not believe in yourself, bro. You cannot say that it's a business thing. There's no way you can say that because let me go ahead and share this part right here. According to Hassan Wells, and Hassan Wells had actually got this over from the Boxing Voice. I don't know exactly where the Boxing Voice got it from. If anybody could, figure that out or knows the answer, please let me know. But I believe this 1,000%. And as Teofimo Lopez has reportedly fumbled a $15 million payday by declining the Shakur Stevenson fight offered by Turkey Al-Sheikh. And this was a video that was posted on the Boxing Voice. Now, the Boxing Voice has talked to Turkey Al-Sheikh directly. They know Turkey Al-Sheikh's people. So I think that they're a pretty credible source when speaking on Riyadh season events. So I think they're a lot more credible than Teofimo Lopez himself. That's just me personally. Now, y'all can take it for what it is. Y'all can believe that they lying on Teofimo Lopez's name. But me personally, I think they're more honest than Teo. So if I had to lean towards somebody to believe, it's the Boxing Voice. We seen him firsthand talk directly to Turkey Al-Sheikh. That one interview that he did where he was talking shit about Boost and all that charity bullshit, that was on the Boxing Voice. You feel me? So if they saying some shit, they got some inside info. I think that's safe to assume at this point. So, Coffee Player coming out. He says 11 mil, now 15. That's what it's looking like, brother. You see that? You see that? But you let Teo tell it, that number wasn't real. That wasn't a real number that he was offered for Devin Haney. That wasn't a real number. No, that was bait. I just put it out there and y'all bid on it. Now they saying 15 million. Mind you, Teo just said not too long ago before the Arnold Barbosa fight, he never took home $1 million. After taxes, he never came home with 7 figures. Never. When he fought Lomachenko, when he fought Richard Comey, when he fought all them niggas, he never came home with $1 million. They offering him not 7, 8 figures. Pretty much giving him what they was giving Devin, because Devin just said on one of his latest interviews, he don't fight for no less than $10 million. It's 8 figures and up. He an 8-figure fighter. They offering Teo 8 figures. So what type of money do they need to throw at you in order for you to accept the fight? Because you don't bring much more to the table. You don't bring more to the table than Devin Haney from a popularity aspect. He might be more popular than you, and he actually has a history of selling pay-per-views. You don't. So if anything, you lucky that you even in the same motherfucking ballpark as Devin Haney and them, to be real with you. Crazy. 15 M's, bro. That lets you know that money it don't matter. If you pussy, you pussy. It don't matter what type of money they throw at you. If you don't want no problems, there's nothing they could do in order for you to be with the shits. It's either you got it or you don't. Teo don't got it up here and it's translating in these negotiations. And this is exactly why Teofimo Lopez is going to be somebody that single-handedly ruins his career by ruining every business opportunity that comes his way. I remember his managers even citing mental health issues and shit. They like, bro, we don't know what's going on with him. I can only imagine how frustrated they are because them managers, they trying to get their money and they get a percentage of what the fuck whatever Teo getting. And they hearing these numbers, they like, yo, this ain't only life-changing money for him, but it's life-changing money for us. And you turning it down, bro, you fucking up bags that we could bring home to our families. You think these managers don't want 10, 15, maybe even 20% of what Teofimo's making? What's 20% of $15 million? What's that, like 3 mil? No, bullshit. I'm tripping. No, 15, 20. Yeah, that's like 3 mil. That's 3 M's. You think them niggas don't? And that, I don't know how much they make. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say it's 10% like a trainer. You think they don't want 10% of 15 million? Woo-wee. Woo-wee. I know they pissed. So that's a lot of the information that's going on, man. Y'all can mix up a little bit more details in the chat if y'all want to. I'll bring it to the light for the people to know. Hold on real quick, y'all. Bro, it's literally that same Puerto Rican dude that be riding around in that slingshot and he be blasting music. He almost got my channel flagged for that bullshit that he was playing. He was playing that Friday song, Baddest in the Room and some shit. Damn, I had to mute my video because Friday's record label wanted a percentage of the money that I made off the live. I'm like, y'all niggas crazy. But anyways, it's that same dirty Puerto Rican bull with that orange slingshot that be driving through here. He ain't got nowhere else to drive. Philly big as shit. He just want to drive through here. Fucking lame ass nigga. Anyways, so there's that. Now, Teofimo Lopez, since this whole situation that's going on, I'm seeing this dude at an Aiden Ross boxing event. Now, Aiden Ross, for those of y'all who don't know, y'all not tapped in with the streamers, he's a pretty big streamer. You know what I mean? He be having everybody on his show. He done had Chris Brown, everybody. He done had a lot of big stars on his platform, and you know he does a lot of collaborations with other big streamers. I think they have something going on today. And Aiden Ross, he pays these social media guys a lot of money just to get in the ring and box. And Teofimo Lopez, he's collabed with Aiden Ross in the past and stuff like that. They had a whole press conference, right? So Teofimo Lopez takes it upon himself to grab the microphone and pretty much beg Aiden Ross to allow him to fight on the card. He wants to, fight got like 4 or 5, not boxers, but civilians. He wants to fight 4 or 5 civilians in an exhibition. He feels like that'd be very cool, blah, blah, blah. And that's just something that Teofimo Lopez is looking to do right now. He was begging to be on Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul's undercard. He wants to do an exhibition. Now he's on Aiden Ross's event talking about he wants to do an exhibition. It's just something that he wants to do for some reason, right? Now, this is like the dumbest shit in the world, bro. This is literally the dumbest shit in the world. And the reason why it is because, bro, you got all of it. It's the same shit with Gervonta. You got all of these big-ass fights in front of you, bro. You can do any type of unification in the 140-pound division. Richardson Hitchens want to rumble you. Gary Antoine Russell want to rumble you. Sue Burrell wants to rumble you. You got the 3 other champions in the division wanting to fight you. You got Devin Haney who wanted to rumble you. You got Shakur Stevenson that want to rumble you. They're not even in the same weight class as you anymore. None of those fights are worthy for you to even take on, except whatever the case is. And they don't make no sense to you somehow. But it makes sense to you to fight on a streamer's fucking boxing card, to do exhibitions. It makes sense for you to fight on Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis's undercard. That makes sense to you. How does that make more sense than being in a fight that's meaningful for the sport of boxing, get you a career high payday, and if you win, it puts you in line to make even more money? You're not going to benefit off doing a fucking exhibition? I thought niggas was in the game to be businessmen. At least with Gervonta Davis, he told you, for one, that, he don't really give a fuck about boxing and he just want to get the money. T.O. been telling everybody and their mom in this motherfucking world that he the most successful fighter under 30. That, he's going to be a Hall of Famer. Like, he seems like that person who always seems to brag about his legacy, you know, his accolades and all that. So you mean to tell me that fighting on an Aiden Ross card that's being streamed through like a betting app, you telling me that that makes more sense to you than fighting Shakur Stevenson for $15 million? What the fuck? How does that make sense, bro? What the fuck is going on in Teofimo Lopez's mind to make him think that that's a great move? Well, like, how? It's not like you on a come up and you trying to build your name up and you trying to become the bro. The money's there already. What are you doing? And you're not on Gervonta Davis level. You're not going to be making no crazy paydays off of no exhibitions. Aiden Ross not giving you no real money for that. He ain't no real promoter. He got money, but he ain't about to cash you out like how the way Jake Paul cashing out Tank. No. What are you talking about? Like, what are you doing? What in your mind makes you feel like this is like a great move? Or this move is gonna put me in position to make this move. Bro, niggas are gonna clown you for doing an exhibition with regular guys because you're supposed to be fighting guys that are boxers just like you. At least Jake Paul got some fights. You over here talking about fighting civilians. Oh, Muhammad Ali did it. Oh, you know, George Foreman did it. Bro, when they did it, they was already made niggas. They was those guys. They was those guys. They was wiping shit out. They was dominating in their era. You not there, brother. You did 2 good fights in your career, and you making it seem like you just solidified first ballot Hall of Famer, bro. No, that's not how that works. In boxing, you have to prove yourself over and over and over and over again. What you think? You just like above Floyd? Like, because Floyd had to prove he was great over and over and over. Roy Jones, he had to prove that he was great over and over and over. Andre Ward had to prove he was great. Y'all see the pattern. This ain't like no 2 fights and I'm great. It is what it is. Like, bro, that's not how it goes. For you to truly be an all-time great, how you claim to be, this Hall of Famer that you claim to be, and I know the Hall of Fame now, it's a motherfucking popularity contest or whatever the case is, but true Hall of Famers, all-time greats, they consistently have to prove throughout their career that they are the cream of the crop. Bragging about a win that happened 5 years ago is not it, brother. It's not it. Josh Taylor, that win aging like milk. Josh Taylor ain't been shit since he had that controversial fight against Jack Catterall. You caught him at a down moment. He aged overnight. It is what it is. So you really banking on Richard Comey, who already done lost to Robert Easter and shit prior to you running into him, and Vasyl Lomachenko, which is the only credible win that I really give you a lot of props for. So because you beat the Matrix, you beat Vasyl Lomachenko, who is really a relatively small 135-pounder. Let's just keep it real. You think that's all you need to do in order to prove that you great. And you so pressed on being great that you willing to rewrite history in a lot of the people's face like you usually do and say that you a two-time undisputed champion of the world. Bro, you haven't accomplished that once. Nigga, you can have 3 belts, 3.5 belts, 3 3/4 belts. Nigga, you can have 3.99% of the belts in boxing. If you ain't got all 4, stop it. You can have 99.9% of the belts in the division. If you ain't got that 0.01, stop it. When I seen the nigga Marcos Villegas on Twitter talking about, man, I got 2.5 million subscribers. I got about 1 billion views on YouTube, and I still got to fight to get interviewed. Maybe if your pussy ass wasn't out here spreading lies and saying that Teofimo Lopez was undisputed, maybe you wouldn't have trouble getting these interviews. My girl looked at me like I'm crazy. Give a fuck. It is what it is, and I hope that shit get to him. Maybe if you didn't lie and condone the fuckery that be going on in boxing and spreading misinformation, maybe people would trust you more with interviews. Fuck. I ain't nowhere near as popular as your channel. I get interviews. You over here on social media crying. Talking about how you got, bro, where this entitled bullshit coming from? So because you a big channel, niggas should just be knocking at the door, just like, can you please interview? Bro, you ain't got no sauce, nigga. You not him. That's what happens when you don't really tap in and get to know your audience. Because when you take that approach and you don't really engage with the people and you just do interviews, bro, all they gonna want to give a fuck about is the interviews that you do. They not gonna care about you. You ain't got no personality because you don't tap in with the people. You don't check in with them. I be talking to y'all niggas like I know y'all, and I had only met one of y'all that's in the chat personally. But I be tapping in with y'all like we brothers and sisters. That's how we supposed to give it up. We be on here talking about whatever. And I still be having viewers in here. We be talking, sometimes we don't even be talking about boxing. I still be having 30, 40 people in here. Niggas like him can't do that. And now he crying because, you know what I mean, motherfuckers don't really care to do interviews with him. You sound like a clown. Tell that nigga tell him to go hit up Jaime Munguia. Get some motherfucking testosterone in your system. Be a motherfucking man and work and stop complaining. Because you acting like a bitch. That's what you need to do. Go hit up Jaime Munguia. Go hit up your Mexican brother, nigga. Get you some testosterone, you know what I mean? Lift some weights. Get them titties off your chest. Yeah, you feel me? And put the fucking work in and stop complaining. If niggas tell you no, all right, just keep it moving. Niggas have told me no so many times. I don't care. Or they spun me. It is what it is. That come with the game. Stop crying. Lame ass niggas. Who I met in person, Chris Maldonado. I've known him since high school. Shout out to Southwest Dice. He said, hit the like button, chat. Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyways, let me actually pull this shit up for the people to see, because I thought this was pretty entertaining as well. Sounds like Floyd Mayweather done came out of nowhere, y'all. Floyd Mayweather done came out of nowhere and decided to start popping his shit out of nowhere. What am I talking about? Let me see if it's actually here on Twitter. He probably didn't post it on Twitter or anything like that. He actually didn't. So let's go direct to the direct source. So Curmel Moton out of nowhere. Well, Floyd Mayweather out of nowhere pretty much addresses Lamont Roach and requests that he fight Curmel Moton, his new up-and-coming prospect. I mean, pretty much the only guy in his stable that's worth talking about, to be real with you. And says, let's make this fight happen because, you know, Gervonta Davis pulled out of that. And maybe that was just Floyd being petty just to, you know, throw shots at Gervonta Davis, because since they've split, they haven't been on the best of terms. And I feel like he's trying to take advantage of, you know, this situation. You know, pretty much be like, all right, well, Gervonta Davis, you know, he duck you. You know what I mean? I got a fighter right here that you can rumble in. You know, Curmel Moton, I think he's currently campaigning at the 130-pound division. I think he's really floating in between 30 and 35. But whatever the case is, you know, he's putting his guy up on the line and pretty much saying, like, yo, let's get this shit popping. Let's make it happen. You feel what I mean? So let me see exactly how far this shit go back. And Lamont Roach responds to this post. Let me share this right here for the people to see. You know what I mean? I try to keep it as transparent as possible. Lamont Roach says, and I thought this shit was funny. Lamont is a funny dude. He said, you jumping your young boy out there too quick, and we all know how that will go right now. Nothing personal, champ, but let's run it. I'll show you why. So Lamont talking about, man, you over here talking about how you could get somebody to rumble me. Get somebody to rumble me. Why don't you rumble me? Nigga, you the GOAT, right? You over here trying to throw somebody out here for you to rumble me. Man, you see me. And I think that's a great response from Lamont Roach. Like, you over here trying to throw a young bull at me and I'm a whole world champion. Why don't you get your dumb ass up out of retirement and come see me if you think I'm sweet like that? You feel me? Because if I'm Lamont Roach, I'm taking it as disrespect. I'm a full-fledged champion who just came off of a fight that I should have won against Gervonta Davis, and you over here trying to throw a prospect at me to fight. I don't even think Curmel got 10 fights yet. Curmel got to be like, Slime, he got to be like 8-0. Like, what is we talking about? Yeah, he a 19-year-old. And, you know, from the very beginning of Curmel's career, Floyd made it his business to put his name, pretty much tie his name to other champions that was in his division. Then he, like, tied Curmel's name at the very beginning of his career to, like, Lee Wood or some shit like that. Miles Sadiq, what up? It was like Lee Wood and somebody else. They rumbled each other or whatever. He attached Curmel's name from the very beginning to one of those champions at the time. Yeah, Lee Wood at 126. Yeah, I remember that. So now he's attempting to attach his name to Lamont Roach. You feel me? And Lamont Roach not going for it. He not going for it. So Curmel responds to Lamont Roach's tweet towards Floyd Mayweather, and he said, let's run it then. I'll show the world what's really up. So Curmel is basically allowing Floyd to put a battery in his back. You feel what I mean? Like I said, Curmel Moton, from what I understand, is 8-0. Let me actually pull this up just to verify. But I'm pretty sure he's 8-0. He's 8-0 with 6 knockouts. You know what I mean? He's currently ranked number 88 in the world on BoxRec and currently in the top 20 in the United States on BoxRec. You feel what I mean? I don't think he's ranked in any sanctioning bodies as of right now. And y'all already know how I call it. If you're not ranked in any sanctioning bodies in your division, then I think it's safe to say that you are still in the prospect stage of your career. So Curmel Moton, in my eyes, is still a prospect. This kid don't even got 10 fights yet. I don't really understand why they're really rushing to get Curmel to that spot when he's only 19 years old. Super weird. I still think he's in the developmental process, and I don't even think Curmel truly knows who he is as a professional yet. Just to be honest with you, he hasn't really faced any competition that would make me believe that he's ready for a Lamont Roach or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, you fighting dudes that's 4-1 and they making it the distance with you. And when I'm looking through in your BoxRec, you haven't even done a 10-rounder yet. So, what is we even talking about? So, that was Curmel Moton's response. If we go back, then we see Lamont Roach's response to Curmel. He says, respect, young boy, but you know it ain't happening. Got big fish to fry, but when you get up to the top, I'll still be here. So he pretty much like, man, respect the game, make a name for yourself, and once you do, I'll be here waiting for you. I like that response from Lamont. This don't sound like ducking to me. It just sounds like Lamont understands the business. He understands what this really is. I think that this ain't really like a true offer or a real call out or anything like that. I think that this is Curmel Moton just trying to get his name associated with the other top guys in the division. I don't think Floyd is going to be investing money into Curmel to cash him out this early. It just don't make sense to me. You know, I just don't believe that. As cautious and calculated as Floyd Mayweather moves, I just don't see why he would put Curmel in this situation. I think they just trying to get the fans hyped up. I think they just trying to get their names in the headlines with the guys who currently relevant in the sport. That's just what I believe. Smoochie says, I like Lamont. He got character. I agree. He got a lot of charisma. He got a lot of confidence about himself. And you can tell it ain't forced neither. Like, he genuinely feels like that. So, great response from Lamont. He know that fight ain't happening no time soon. He know they possibly clout chasing. So, he letting the young boy down easy. But Curmel, you could tell this kind of got him in his feelings. He didn't like how the way Lamont responded to this when he said got big fish to fry. So, he pretty much calling Curmel a little fish. Like, you a guppy out here. Stop it. So, Curmel responds. He says, big fish. The rematch ain't happening. Move on. I'm a bigger name than you in boxing. The fight will do numbers, and I'm chasing greatness. Ain't nothing stopping it from happening but you. And then puts the duck emoji. Now, Curmel, I don't know who the fuck put this battery in your back, brother. You are known, but you're not known. But you're known for being like this up-and-coming kid. You're not known for being this world beater. You're not known as being this top contender. You're not known for being this champion. You are known for pretty much being somebody that's being co-signed by Floyd Mayweather, and you still cementing your legacy in the game. You still getting to know yourself. You still getting familiar with boxing fans, to be honest with you. So I don't know who the fuck told this nigga Curmel, especially after Lamont Roach has had this controversial fight with Gervonta. After that, Lamont stock done shot through the roof. So I don't know who told you that you're more popular or a bigger star than Lamont Roach, but you've been ill-advised, brother. Like somebody done lied to you. And I think that this is very dangerous for Curmel. You know what I mean? Like, I understand you 19, so you may be naive or, you know, you're able to be easily manipulated or whatever the case is, but you should know what the fuck going on. You're not more popular than Lamont Roach. Nobody wants to see you fight Lamont Roach. And Lamont Roach is right. We'd rather see him fight the big fish, which is the Shakur Stevensons. You know, Gervonta Davis finds his way back around the block. I would still like to see that rematch. Even Richardson Hitchens put his bid in for a fight with Lamont Roach. I wouldn't mind seeing that neither. Plenty of fights that Lamont Roach could take that'll be more meaningful than, you know, Curmel Moton. Who the fuck wants to see that? Curmel, sit your little ass down, nigga. You about the size of a fucking hermit crab, nigga. Don't nobody want to see you fight no motherfucking Lamont Roach at this time, cuz we don't. You need to worry about that nigga that beat you in the amateurs that's making a name for himself just like you. And he happens to be fighting in Philadelphia October 22nd. And that's Zaquin Moses. That's the niggas you should be locked in, studying, worrying about. Because, you know, Lamont Roach said that he may possibly be, like, he says he's going to be around when Curmel gets to the top, but he probably won't. So the fact that you putting all this energy into Lamont Roach right now, when he may possibly be on his way out by the time you get to the top, this is meaningless unless you're in it just for the clout or the attention. Yeah, that nigga Curmel little as shit. This nigga shorter than my girl. Yo, babe. She can't hear me. How tall are you? Yeah, my girl 5'5". Curmel, you's a little nigga, man. Because he 5'4", talking crazy. You 5'4", my nigga. Your haircuts be trash. I done reached out to you. I told you I could have a sharp-ass barber line you up when you in Philly. I was going to get you right. You feel what I mean? I was trying to show you some hospitality. You know what I mean? You talk about your dad cut your hair. This motherfucker be giving you the G.I. Jane, Jada Pinkett Smith cut. You be out here looking tragic, my brother. You feel me? There's a lot of shit you got to work on before you worry about working on a Lamont Roach fight. You got to chill, bro. Respect the game. You talking about my girl taller than me? Yeah, all right. That's funny as shit. These 304s in his head. I don't know what's going on, but like young boy definitely need to humble himself. He got to understand where he at in his career and how it makes no logical sense for this fight with Lamont Roach to be happening right now. You ain't do nothing to get there. Nothing. I think this is a clout chasing attempt for real. I just think that's Floyd Mayweather and them just trying to stir the pot up. And I guess it worked because we sitting here talking about it. So it is what it is. Young boy need to, you know what I mean? He need to let puberty take his course. Put some motherfucking height on, nigga. And respect the game and go about your career how you supposed to. And, you know, TMT historically, they scary as shit with how the way they be matchmaking their fighters. We seen what they did with Gervonta his whole career. They about to just throw Curmel into the wolves right away. I don't believe that shit for a minute. You said that nigga Curmel look like a thumb with freckles. That's fucking hilarious. I ain't even try to talk crazy about the young boy, bro, but he tripping. He tripping. I remember when I was a young boy, when my dad wasn't around and shit, my mom used to take me to a barber shop. You know, the barber asked, like, so what y'all want? My mom used to sit there and be like, cut all that shit off. I know for a fact that's what Curmel be getting. Like Curmel, every time he get a haircut, that shit against the grain every time. Them niggas taking them clippers and just. Nigga look like he don't even get his shit lined up. Like he be out here bad. Southwest Dice talking about let me chill before he whip my ass. He ain't gonna do nothing. Young boy ain't gonna do nothing. We can say whatever we want. He ain't gonna do nothing. These are jokes anyway. So there's that. Let me see how far back it goes. Let me see what Lamont said, actually. I know he responded to it. I thought it was a funny-ass response. this response is hilarious. Lamont Roach really don't care. To start the shit off by saying, shut the fuck up, little boy. Yo, Lamont Roach is a fucking asshole, bro. He said, shut the fuck up, little boy. I try to give you some grace, but don't make me call Quentin to wash you again. I'm the champ, little nigga. Just because Floyd begging for you to fight me don't mean it's going down. Get your rank up and play with something safe before I fuck you up. Yo, you know why I'm laughing? Because Lamont know how to talk that shit, bro, and I ain't gonna lie. It kind of remind me of me when I be popping my shit. You feel me? So I don't know. That shit, me and Lamont got some similarities in terms of how the way we be talking to these niggas. No, real shit, bro. Like I love giving like these young boys humble pie, bro, because I'm in the gym and there's always these young niggas. They be sizing me up and shit. They don't be knowing no better though, because they inexperienced. That's how the way I look at Curmel. Like, you's a little nigga, cuz. Like, you over here trying to bark like you a big dog, but you know what I mean? Your bark ain't there yet. You feel me? Your bark ain't there. Your bark it ain't got no bass in it. You know what I mean? You still a puppy out here. You trying to convince these niggas that you big dog, and you not. And a big dog know when another nigga ain't a big dog. That's how Lamont perceive you. Like, you was a fucking child trying to step to me like, what the fuck about your business before I make an example out of you? Yeah, little boy them. That's exactly what this is. Like, don't nobody believe that shit that you barking, Curmel? And ain't nobody gonna be shook by a nigga named Curmel. Growing up, niggas used to call you Caramel. I already know. Like, you was getting bullied, nigga. That's probably why you started boxing. And plus, they saying you from Salt Lake City, Utah. I didn't even know black people was over there. Nigga from Salt Lake City, Utah. Like, nigga, what? I didn't even know they made black people over there. I didn't even know that. The fuck? The only nigga I know that was from Utah, I knew the Utah Jazz, and the only nigga I knew on there was Gordon Hayward. That was the only nigga I knew over there. Gordon Hayward was the only nigga I knew that came up out of Utah. You the second one. How the fuck you start boxing? Them niggas, you must have left there real early. Because I ain't never heard of no Utah boxing. Utah ain't never been in the conversation about boxing. So I'm just trying to figure this shit out. I mean, like, Curmel got some weird shit going on with him, bro. He need to go ahead and, sit down for a little bit. Get a fight date, nigga. Wasn't you just about to rumble and you missed weight by a crazy amount? Didn't that just happen not too long ago? You already missing weight and all this shit, and you talking about rumbling niggas? Man, go sit your little big head ass down somewhere. Worry about the wrong shit, nigga. Find out what weight class you gonna campaign in. Your last fight was at 138, nigga. Is you at 40, you was at 35, or is you at 30? Because last year you was at 32. This year you at 38. Pick a weight class, nigga. Fat head ass nigga. Out here with that Jada Pinkett cut. Trying to tell on your box rec page looking like Jada Pinkett. Telling niggas how you ready to rumble the champions. Man, you not there yet, bro. Smoothie said he got a meaty ass head. He really do. This nigga built like a whole snapping turtle trying to tell niggas that he trying to rumble. Nigga, if you don't go ahead. Yeah, he missed weight like crazy. Then he tried to blame it. He tried to blame it on something. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, nigga. Nobody want to see that fight. Build yourself up. Respect the game. You know what I mean? And once you start making statements, then we can start. And this is the thing. Nigga, you not even take advantage of that situation that you in right now where people ain't demanding the fights out of you, bro. Because once you start making statements, the fans gonna start demanding shit, and it's gonna really limit your options. You're not gonna be able to go back to them light fights no more, man. Get all the experience that you can. Get all the experience that you can. Because once they start demanding fights out of you, you know what I mean? And once you start getting ranked in these sanctioning bodies, you can't take no more steps backwards. You got to go straight into the smoke. So take advantage of this learning process while you can. There's a lot of shit you still got to learn. And Curmel, to be real with you, you got some shit that you need to work on, brother. And this is talking from a coach's perspective. You will come forward aggressive volume puncher. You leave your head on the center line a lot. You run into an experienced counter puncher like a Lamont Roach. You're going to run into some issues, brother. You showed a good chin so far. I seen you get hit with a bomb early in your career. You took it. You kept moving forward. That's a great quality. I like the fact that you believe in your ability to take a shot, but you got a lot more polishing up to do. A whole lot more polishing up to do. There's a lot of holes in your defense, bro. And the only thing that's going to fix that was time, experience, polishing up on your skills. Southwest Dice said, like a Lamont Roach. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. A precise, patient counterpuncher like Lamont Roach would do Curmel super dirty right now. Curmel needs to take advantage of this phase that he's in his career because this is where he can afford to make mistakes. This is where he can afford to learn. You don't want to be learning when you in there with a Lamont Roach. You don't want to be learning against certain opposition, bro. You want to be ready by the time you get to that opposition. You got some shit to learn, brother. Tighten the fuck up, man, and stay up off the internet. Stop letting your stepdaddy or whatever, Floyd Mayweather, put a battery in your back, young boy. You was real quiet when Gervonta Davis was coming at you. Why you popping shit now to Lamont Roach? Now you trying to be all vocal with Lamont Roach. Well, when Tank was talking that shit to you, you sat the fuck down and you stood quiet. So, you know what I mean? If you're going to be popping your shit, pop your shit at everybody. Because I heard Gervonta took your stupid ass off an undercard and everything, and you ain't say a single word about it. But here you go trying to pop shit at Lamont because Floyd put a battery in your back. That ain't you. You're not a shit talker. Fall back, nigga. Fall back. For real, though. Gervonta done came at this nigga so many times, and you don't even – he didn't even say nothing back to Tank. Here you go trying to pop shit at Roach because Floyd done said something. Cut it out, man. If niggas got to give you a green light to talk shit, you're not this big dog that you claim to be. Floyd like, all right, you can talk now. And here you go, typing on social media. Nigga, keep that energy consistent with everybody. Don't be having selective smoke this early in your career, brother. It's too early for that. Don't make me start having to diagnose your ass. Real shit. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. How we feeling? Sue Burrell versus Curmel. You trying to get young boy put. I don't think Sue Burrell want to catch another, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he want to catch another hat, you heard? Nigga said Sue Burrell versus Curmel. Oh, shit. Well, hell no. Leave that boy alone. Now, I'm not saying Curmel can't rumble. Let's not get that misconstrued. He can rumble. He got a lot of promise. He got a lot of potential. You got to pump your brakes a little bit, though, brother. You got to pump your brakes. The fact that you letting Floyd put a battery in your back this early in your career, you attract the energy I don't think you're really ready for at this point. Just saying. This nigga said Curmel look like headshots don't bother him. Pause. Shout out to Southwest Dice. Oh man. Smoothie said, I love Curmel. I'm talking shit to fit in. I don't got no resentment towards Curmel. I just think he needs to be spoken to like this. You feel me? And I wouldn't have no problem saying this shit to him personally. You not ready for this step, brother. I got enough love and respect for you to tell you that. Sound like Floyd trying to line you for real. Cause you not ready for that step. What you hype off? Sparring sessions? You turned pro young, so I know you wasn't really fighting no adults in the amateurs. What got you so hype right now? I wouldn't say that haircut shit to his face, Smooch. You got me fucked up. Y'all don't know me. Nigga, I'm not even gonna don't do that. I promise you I would. I'm gonna just say that. Ain't nothing going what's gonna happen? Fuck Curmel to crash out now? Crash out Curmel? Stop it. And if I'm over here trying to get this nigga a good barber, I'm trying to look out. But he told me his pop cut his hair. So I'm like, you know what? Cool. That nigga got the Salt Lake City special. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But thinking I'm gonna be scared of Curmel is crazy. That's insane. Scared of a 19-year-old? Shit. Get him on the show. I tried. He spun me. I've been tried. I'll show y'all. Maybe he just wasn't available. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Some niggas busy. But there was a few times where he agreed, and I had that shit set up. And I'm about to go live for the interview and all. He not responding back to DMs. He did that to me twice. And I was just like, you know what? All right. Just get my charger real quick. Let me see if I can find it real quick. The Utah puta? That's crazy. See, I ain't say that. You're going to get Curmel upset. Let me see. Let me check. Where Curmel at on my shit? So, I reached out to him May 23rd of 2024. I said, yo, bro, you cool with doing an interview soon? He said, most definitely, bro. I said, all right, bet. When's your availability? He said, this weekend. I said, Saturday or Sunday? He said, Saturday. Then I wrote him that Saturday. I said, yo, bro, you available anytime soon? I got everything squared away. So if you're ready, let me know. No response at all. So then I said, yo, Chet, can we lock in for an interview? He said, yeah. I said, when you available? Can you do tomorrow, 10 p.m.? This nigga said, this weekend. Bro, he did the same shit to me twice back to back. I was like, you know what? All right, cool. So I said, I hit you up tomorrow. He said, yeah. I said, yo, Chet, we still good for today? Nothing. I'm like, damn. Did me dirty twice back to back, bro. So that was like a year ago. That was a year and some change ago. Then on October 11th, I said, yo, bro, do you need a barber for your fight tonight? Well, tomorrow. He said, yo, I got my pops with me. He a barber too. he gonna cut me up tomorrow. And I wrote, oh, all right, cool. Swear to God, bro, this ain't no cap. Look, I ain't gotta. You know what I mean? We was speaking back and forth. So nobody can say I'm lying. But to say I wouldn't say that shit to his face, y'all crazy. Y'all must not know who I am. He said his dad a barber. I'm like, cool. He must have been one of them barbers in the Marines and shit. Them 3-second Johns. Curmel traumatized by that. That's why he letting his hair grow now. Let me hit this nigga up. About to hit Curmel up right now. He ain't gonna respond though. He said a prison barber. That's crazy. Yeah, he probably don't. Justin, he probably don't fuck with me like that. But it's like if you don't, why respond? Why act like you gonna do something if you ain't gonna do it? That's why he goes to you. He seen the haircut session on the show. This is my first time bringing it up though, brother. So that's impossible. And I wrote him that in October because he was in Philly. You know what I mean? I had asked him for an interview back in August. I think I got my reasons why. I think that dick eater Southpaw blocked that interview from me. Cause Curmel cool with Southpaw. I don't know though. I wasn't doubt it. Curmel did a whole bunch of interviews with Southpaw. And Southpaw was acting like he was gonna give me the interview, but he never did. So I knew somebody I knew Curmel, and we got to speaking back and forth after. I mean, that happens. A lot of people don't. And YSM, he got a big channel. He done did interviews with everybody and their mom. And he says, bro, you pretty much got to catch these niggas in person to do interviews because they do not want to tap in with interviews off the, like, you know what I mean? Like off the internet. Like they don't want to take time out of their day to do these interviews. You feel me? So I already knew. Like I sent Devin Haney a DM. He left me on scene. Who else? Who else spent Mazuma TV? Who else said no to Mazuma TV? I was trying to get that girl that signed with MVP. Her name is like, I can't pronounce her name, but I think she's gonna be the future of the middleweight division. Her name like Tam Bolt. I don't know how to pronounce her name. My apologies. Her name is Tam. Damn, let me see if I could get her name pronounced. Let me go on YouTube and see how the way the commentators say her name. Bro, she left me on scene. I mean, she ain't never even respond. Bullshit, I'm lying. She ain't, bro. I done email her people, all that. I think she next big thing, bro. I genuinely feel like that. Tall, southpaw, accurate. Let me see. Beast. Tam to both. Yeah, so I said it right. Tam Tebow, bro, ignore me. I reached out to Shannon Ryan because I was trying to put the spotlight on female boxing. I just spit on myself, crazy. I tried to put the spotlight on female boxing, bro. No response from Shannon Ryan, who a top contender in female boxing. I'm trying to diversify. All I've ever done was like, with men. You feel me? The trainers, the boxers. My nigga, you should holler at someone like Blue Blood to plug you in with an interview. I don't know Blue Blood personally. I know somebody that know Blue Blood, but I don't know Blue Blood personally, so I wasn't expecting them to plug me in with an interview. There's a lot of people, bro. A lot of people done. Shakur never reached back out to me. I don't know. But I think for having a small channel, I done had some pretty solid guests up here. For sure. I could definitely get a Sue Braille interview, though. Definitely get a Sue Braille interview. My dad knows his peoples personally. I'ma just need a translator. You feel me? But I got Go 787 in the building. He told me that he'll get that done for me. But Go 787, you know that means that you're gonna have to get on the live too, though. Even if I just like hide your camera or whatever the case is, you gotta speak for the people. You can't be having no lagging issues or nothing like that. Or slime. Yeah, whoever's available. I could get Superel on here. I could get Omar Rosario on here. I tried it, bro. I tried to get Xander. Jesus Christ. Bro, they treat this nigga like he God. Crazy. Yo, crazy, bro. The loops I got put through to do that Xander Zayas interview, different. That was like the most complex shit I ever had to do to get an interview. Xander Zayas, bro. I spoke to somebody who got great relationship with Top Rank. She the one who got me the Bomac interview. She was like, all right, I'm gonna have you talk to this guy, blah, blah. But just to let you know, they are pretty protective over Xander. So I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? We could just have a conversation and you know what I mean? Probably connect on some Puerto Rican shit, blah, blah, blah. I'll reach out, bro. Nothing. These niggas ain't even look my way. Jermaine Ortiz, I've been trying to get that interview, bro. I've been trying to get that interview. I talked to his promoter directly. I got his direct line, his direct phone number. Yeah, I'll reach out to Jermaine Ortiz and I'll let you know. Followed up with some text messages, nothing. I'm like, damn. This shit crazy. What's the update on Benavidez? Well, Karma pretty much gave me like the direct line to his publicist, and she told me to like email her. And through the email, I guess I'll be like added to the list or whatever the case is. So that's not definitive. But I feel like I know somebody that knows Benavidez. My dad has, hold on. My dad has Jose Benavidez Sr.'s number. So that might be possible, y'all. Yo, if I get David Benavidez on here with only 3K subscribers, bro, I'm goated, bro. I'm telling you, I'm goated. I could get who else? I gotta write this shit down. Damn, what's the other one? I could get Ray Ford on here. I could get Khalil Cole on here too. I don't know. Yeah, I think Bam would be a little difficult. I should have fucking interviewed him the day that I met him, but I wasn't prepared. That would have came out trash. No, my pop knows Jose Benavidez. My pop, the reason why I got the Tito Mercado interview, because Tito Mercado people, not his father, but I think like his security guard or whatever, he spun me crazy, like I was a nobody. I'm like, oh, hold up, nigga, let's run this shit back. And my pop got me with that one, because I was chopping it up with Tito Mercado pop the whole time, but my pop was the one who locked in his number. Earl Spence will be fired. Earl Spence ain't giving nobody interviews. If that was the case, he would have been on. I'm sure he just chilling. He ain't worried about talking to nobody right now. I get it though. Josh Padley? How the fuck would I get? I don't even know Josh Padley people. I didn't even know who the fuck he was till Shakur fought him. This shit popping outside. Has Spence did an interview after Bud? I don't know. Bro, that was 2 years ago, bro. I would have to go look back. I think he might have. I think like he did an interview with like this this girl who talks about like taxes and shit like that. I don't know if it was his accountant that started a YouTube channel or what. I think he did like an interview on there and that was it. Why don't you try to get Jose Benavidez Sr. first, then try to get David? That I would gladly do both. If you get Raymond Ford on here, then maybe you could get Shakur. That's a fact. It's actually a great fucking idea, Mercer. I know Raymond Ford people. I know a few people that I could get connected to. I know multiple people that be around Ray, so that should be easy. That's actually a great idea, Marissa. I'm gonna do that. If I could get this interview, maybe through that person, I could get this. You seen YSM interview with Chris Colbert? Yeah, but I would not be interested in that interview. I would not be interested in that interview. That shit was 2 hours. I think I seen the one part where like he was talking about Brian Norman. I don't know if he was calling Brian Norman a bum or what. But Coffee, why would you know the answer to that question? You answer that. You say you should interview Slime Mark. He 18 times undisputed. Nigga, 18 times undisputed at Chipotle. You heard Bam took home 1 million versus Kafu? That's good shit, man. That's good business. I ain't gonna lie though. Something tells me I don't think Bam gonna be boxing for a long time. When I hear him talk, like he lives like a real low-key, modest lifestyle. Like he knows how to like put his shit together. He like wears some cool shit. Like he got some style to him and shit like that. But like he not like the most flashy person. You feel me? Like he like to be low key, like to be to himself, be with his family and shit. But I was hearing him do an interview. Oh yeah, Coffee, you got. All right, Coffee. That's what we gonna do. All right. How long can I do this? How long is that damn time out? Coffee, you overcommitted on a jab. I had to counter you, brother. How long is that time out? Culver's the best at 1:30. Come back a better man, Coffee. Come on, bro. I got love for you, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's like some shit Slime would say. Some nut ass shit like that. It sound like some shit Slime would say. Come on, man. How long is that time out? Do it say? It don't tell me on here. God chill, bro. You know not what you do. Words are very powerful, brother. Can't put that bullshit up out here, man. 5 minutes? Can't put that bullshit up out here, man. Yeah, 300 seconds, bro. So that's 5 minutes. Take some time to understand what you did and come back a better man, brother. That's all I ask. Chris Colbert's the best at 1:30. It's crazy. God bless Coffee Plant, man. Wherever he at in the world, God bless you. God bless Coffee Plant. Anyways, so yeah, man. Blair Cosby ignoring the shit on me, but I'm gonna have my pop. I'm gonna just get my pop to just start reaching out to these niggas because whenever my pop talk to them, somehow, some way, they become available. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm not as likable as my father. I don't know. I know for a fact I'm not as likable as my father. And I think it's more because of my personality. I think my father's more sociable. Like my pop, the type dude. I love my father for this too. I gotta learn from him. I just don't got it in me right now. I don't know if he was always like that. I gotta actually ask him. But like my pop, the type boy that he holds conversations so well, bro, and he don't mind having conversations neither. Me, I got a very short social battery. Like this is probably the most that I socialize throughout my day. Anybody that knows me personally, bro, I'm not talking that much. Like I'm not talking that much. Like unless like we really cool. Like if you was to run into me on some street shit, bro, I'm trying to get the conversation done so I could just go about my way. Like they saying Chris Colbert deserves 5 minutes. What? Colbert, like one of Mark's most hated in this era. Colbert, definitely one of them. Colbert, T.O., Ryan. Colbert, T.O., Ryan. That's 3. But Coley get on my fucking nerves, bro. It was crazy. I fucked with him after that Jared Anderson fight. He just fucked it all up. Who else? Who else don't I like? Blunt Sports said, "What up, bro? You don't fuck with me? What you talking about, Blunt?" Slime, me and you cool. We've been speaking for years, so I wouldn't mind sitting down and conversing with you. I'm talking about overall. I don't really like to talk to people I don't know that much. My girl says I'm standoffish. Because her family be like scared to talk to me and shit like that. AJ, a couple years back, yeah. Bro, that same Puerto Rican nigga is blasting a DMX song. I'm slipping, I'm falling, and I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, and I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I got to get up. Hey, I love DMX, one of my favorite rappers of all time. But this fucking dude, the slingshot, he got this expensive ass slingshot, and he only drive three. This nigga only drives within a 3-block radius. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? I used to hate AJ a few years back. Now it's just like whatever. You feel me? Like he a clown. Broner, I'm more disappointed of him than I am like can't stand him. It's more like of a disappointment thing with Broner. Like, damn, dog. Like, so Who the last one? Who really annoys me? I think Hitchens is on there. And I want to like Hitchens. That's the crazy part. I don't hate Canelo. He's just a drug cheat, so I don't fuck with him. I want to like Hitchens, though, because he talked that good shit. You feel me? I fuck with his skills. You feel me? He basic but effective. You feel me? I like that. Fundamentally sound. I like all that. But Hitchens, like, I could just tell he pussy, bro. I could just tell, he a little nigga, bro. Like, he played under Gervonta's shadow and Shakur's shadow and all that. Like, he by nature, he just a little nigga. And I could just tell that he got picks, bro. Tank be annoying me too. Yeah, it's either Tank or Hitchens. Hitchens gets on my nerves, bro. He be ignoring Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine be harassing this nigga every interview he do. Beat that nigga, whoop your ass 4 times in the Emmys, bro. You don't want no problems with him. Act like he don't exist. You be acting like Subarel don't exist. You told Subarel to his face why you avoided him. It's like, how could you respect that, bro? I don't know. Them 5 minutes really turn you to a different man. Yo, Coffee, it's all love, brother, bro. You know I got love for you, bro. You bugged out though. You bugged out though, bro. Cobra's the best at 130. Why would you ever do that? Cobra on that list though. Cobra definitely on that list. I cannot stand him. Anyways, the Russells got the energy for everybody though. They should. That's how you should be. Come on, bro. That shit ain't that we just trolling. See, that was some shit unforgivable though, bro. Some shit unforgivable though, Coffee. You can't say nothing like that. I feel like the only nigga that'll say that and be serious is Cobra himself. But I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, back to me and my father though. Donald Banks said, bro, I'd be so sick of people calling Hitchens Africa. He's not African, he's Haitian. Well, I don't think they calling him African because of his nationality or anything like that. I think they call him, let's just keep it a buck. They call this nigga Africa because he black as shit. I don't think it got anything to do with, where he from. He black as shit. You feel me? But shout out to my Haitians, man. Shout out to my Haitians. Shout out to my real Africans. You feel me? Cobra lost his last fight. See, Hitchens said that. I mean, he should, bro. He's really dark. You feel me? So yeah, people gonna call him that. I don't know if y'all niggas ever grew up in a public school, but if you had anything wrong with you, your peers was gonna let you know. I was a fat nigga, bro. They let me know. And when I was a young boy, I used to get really dark. So they used to call me all types of Dominicans. They used to make fun of my lips being big and all types of shit, bro. They gonna let you know. Whatever wrong with you, they gonna let you know. You fuck with Hitchens, I don't. He gotta show me something. But it's not like I hate him though. He just annoyed me. I don't like how he be moving sometimes. Are you a fan of Teofimo the boxer? R3, are you trying to get hit with a wrench? I don't even know why you would ask me that, brother. That's a triggering question. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that make all the sense in the world. If they calling him Africa, it's not because he's from Africa. There was a whole Puerto Rican boy that I knew, and we used to call him Mexico because he looked like a straight Mexican. Had nothing to do with where he was from. It's just how he looked. This nigga Slime be saying whatever. Slime was the type nigga that always smelled like piss. And whenever he went to go piss in the urinal, his pants was down. All the way down. Nigga ass used to be out every time he pissed. Slime was that nigga who put his whole mouth on the water fountain. Come back from gym class smelling like all this ass. It's like, Yo, you know Mike Epps said that he used to get bullied so much that he would piss himself on purpose so they wouldn't get near him. Bro, I thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard. He said, man, if y'all gonna whoop my ass, y'all gonna whoop a pissy nigga today. Man, shout out to Mike Epps, bro. That's one of my favorite comedians all the time. Whenever he come to Philly, I gotta go. Winston Sanders says, speaking of Devin, I just watched his interview, and these two guys was pocket watching so hard, and their questions weren't the best. I know exactly who you talking about. You talking about the nigga who looked like the Drake-looking nigga, and then the what's it, Ak and Barack? Is that their names? Ak and Barack? I don't fucking know, bro. Them dudes, I've been critical about them. You feel me? Like I ain't like the fact that they brought Ryan Garcia on their show, especially when one of them is a black man. You know what I mean? And they sat there, was laughing all in Ryan Garcia's face like they was cool. Then y'all bringing Derrick James on the show and y'all actually nothing about Ryan Garcia being a racist. And I don't know, bro. Like them dudes, they like, you could tell that they'll do whatever to keep their business intact. Like they don't move with no integrity at all. You feel me? So I never really gave a fuck too much about them. But they've been doing interviews with some big names lately, so I've been tuned in. But not for them, you feel me? But they do be pocket watching crazy. Like I don't care. I don't know why y'all care so much to know how much a nigga making though. Now if you're gonna be good, I did like that the black boy. I don't know his fucking name, bro. I don't know who's who, but the black boy. He was telling motherfucking Haney, I think it was Haney, to like, was it Haney? It was either Haney or Hitchens that they need to invest their money. I think it was Hitchens that they got to invest their money and know, you know what I mean, that this money ain't going to be here forever. I think it was Hitchens. So I actually like that he did that. That was cool, but you know what I mean? You could tell they ain't really, you know what I mean? I feel like they'll do whatever to keep niggas in good graces. What do I think about Haven Brady? He could rumble. He trained out of Bosey's gym with Boots and them. So I've been heard about him. You know what I mean? He making his way up, though. Shout out to Haven Brady. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, that's why whenever I do interviews, I always try to give them the best questions possible. You feel me? Or I do my research and, you know what I mean? Like I thought my Tito Mercado interview, I thought I asked some good questions. And then with Greg Hackett, when I brought him on, like and I know I'll be doing the right shit. Cause I remember after that first interview I did with Greg, like he was pretty much like shocked that the interview went that well. Like he didn't know I was capable of that. And he reached out to me afterwards and was like, yo, good shit, bro. Like he was genuinely impressed with that. Bo Mac, like he said, great interview, man. Thank you. He thanked me. I'm like, huh? Then with Tito Mercado, he was like, yo, bro, I'll come by anytime, man. I had a good time. Oh shit, cool. Cool. You feel me? Donald Banks said I had a trainer named Yaki Lopez, and they called him Indian because he looked Indian, but he Mexican. Well, that's because a lot of them Mexicans ancestry came from, Native Americans. You feel me? So that makes a whole lot of sense. Back to I want to finish this up with my father. You feel me? My father, the type nigga that he could sit down with you and talk to you for hours and make you feel like you only been there 5 minutes. Like he's that good at having conversations. You feel me? Like he could have a conversation about anything with anybody and really like get a good and build a good connection with somebody. Me, I'm kind of my girl, like I said, my girl says I'm standoffish, and that's why like her family be like discouraged to interact with me and shit like that. But I don't really like to talk to people that I don't know personally. I don't. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't like my girl be having friends that she bring around. She can't name not one of her friends can name like a conversation that me and them done had. Like I'll say what's up and shit. My girl just had a homie over here. I'll just say what's up and shit and go about my way. I just be in my own. I'll be in my own lane. You feel me? Um, but my father, he'll interact with anybody, have a good conversation, and I'll just be sitting there just like it'll be to the point where niggas don't even be knowing that I'm my father's son. And, oh yeah, like I didn't know. Oh, you Lando's son? Oh, I didn't know that. Because I really shy away from those conversations and shit. My dad be the one that be getting to know everybody. That's why some of the times like people don't be knowing me, but they be knowing my pop because I don't be on the same type of time as them. I'll be, and I know that's probably hard to tell because I'll be on here talking to y'all for an hour, 2 hours, whatever the case is. But I really don't interact with nobody, bro. It's like if my dad be trying to get me involved in the conversation, he'd be like, "Oh, this is my son right here." And I'll just be like, "What's up?" And then I'll like just go somewhere else. He brought Mike Tyson to the gym a few times. That's dope. He fought Michael Spinks back in the day. Oh, that nigga, oh, he legendary. Shout out to Yaki, if I'm saying his name right. Yeah, bro, we be on the same shit, anonymous. They be scared to talk to me, bro. You know how many times I done heard niggas be like, when I used to be on my single shit, girls would be scared to say something to me because they all felt like I was intimidating. But guys, especially, they'd be like, "Man, I thought you was an asshole, man, but you pretty cool." I'm like, okay, I done heard that all the time. Yo, y'all remember when we started first coming around Mark? He just mean mug everybody. Hey, bro, what the fuck is you talking about? I don't even recall that shit. He fought Matthew Saad Muhammad too. He was a solid contender. Okay, so he done been around. Shout out to him. It's always dope running into those type of people. They most see like those dudes that don't fought everybody and shit. I like to keep them people around because bro, their knowledge is like different because they actually experienced it. You feel me? So I always like to like when Steve Cunningham be coming around. I like to hear what he got to say. Carl Dargan when he come around, I like what he be having to say. Cause bro, they amateur bet like they not the amateur. They boxing background is extensive. So I like to hear they gems and Carl Dargan. You know what I'm saying? He was in the Olympic Training Center. Bro, everybody knew Carl Dargan coming up with Brother Nazim, Concrete, Jungle Boxing Tribe, and all that. I think he won like gold in the Pan Am Games. Like Carl Dargan was the truth. And when he used to come around all the time, he gave me a lot of pointers that I use with my fighters to this day. What's so this dickhead stay safe out here. So he's a weirdo. I can already tell. What's T.O. worth? How is T.O. ducking though? If they're not offering his worth, he's a lineal champ. Um, what's he worth then? What's he worth? If he not if all these motherfuckers who come like if he not worth 15 million, what he worth? What you feel like he worth? You need to let me know, brother. If he worth more than 15 million, what has he done? What has he made historically to make you feel like he worth more than 15 million? He turned it down 11. He turned it down 15. Exactly what they offer, brother. 15 plus M's. Well, my brother, if you haven't heard the news, I don't know if you just came on here without doing any research. It's been reported that he just turned down 15 million to fight Shakur Stevenson. I said, what has he done to be worth more than 15 million? Because if you saying that he need to get paid what he's worth and he's turning down 15 million, then logically you're saying he's worth more than 15 million. So I'm gonna ask you again. You saying that you just said exactly what they offer, brother. 11 plus M's. They offered him 15 M's, which is more than 11 M's, right? He turned it down. So you letting me know right now that he's turning down what you feel like he's worth. So wouldn't that make him a duck, brother? He turned down 15 M's. Let me go bring that back. Yeah, now he questioning it. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers don't even be doing their research. They just be coming on here swinging with their eyes closed. So let me go ahead and bring that back. This is according to the Boxing Voice, who has, a direct connection to Turki Al-Sheikh and them over at Riyadh season, because they've historically done interviews with Turki Al-Sheikh and people that's closely associated with him with the Ring magazine. Here it goes right here. Teofimo Lopez has reportedly fumbled a $15 million payday by declining the Shakur Stevenson fight offered by Turki Al-Sheikh. And this was cited by the Boxing Voice, who, like I said, has a relationship with Turki Al-Sheikh, Ring magazine, and the people that's associated with them. So I'm going to ask you again. So we lying. So niggas is lying, not Teo. Teo not a liar, but niggas is lying out here. So who's the liar? Stay safe. Who the liar? Safe? Let me know. Because he said, not you, but I already know Turkey trying to lowball. How you say Teo disrespect this country, yet Ryan called Muslims pedos and his getting paid? Well, that's actually a great point. Not gonna lie. And I criticize Turki Al-Sheikh for putting Ryan Garcia on his card. So that's a great point, but that don't take away you over here taking away from the main idea. You got to go back to the topic, brother. You made a great point about Ryan, but that's not what we're talking about. Unfortunately, you saying niggas is lowballing Teo. You say he feel like he worth more. He worth 11 M's plus. He just fumbled a bag worth 15 million against Shakur Stevenson. So ain't it safe to say that he's turning down what he's worth based off of your response? Let's think about it. He worth 11 million plus, according to you. He turned down 15 mil, which, you know what I mean? I ain't the smartest dude, but I know 15 million is worth more than 11 million. So he just turned down what he was worth to go fight Shakur? Okay. Come on, man. Ain't he the money man? Yeah, he is the money man, which is why he was trying to give Teo 15 M's. Can you name another promoter or network that offer Teofimo Lopez anywhere near $15 million to fight? See, the thing about Hassan, though, and exactly why I respect Hassan, is because he cite his sources. He don't just be making shit up. Sometimes he'll throw an opinion in here and there, and whether you want to agree, disagree, that's different. But he's telling you that he got this information from the Boxing Voice. Now, if you don't want to believe in the boxing voice, then it is what it is. But I don't know. Shout out to the boy 88 Sports Talk. He says 11 million he turned down. He was crying for years saying he never made more than 1 million a fight. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier at the very beginning of this live. Remember, he was talking about he was going to be a trash truck. He's going to pick up trash because it pays more than boxing and all this shit. He gets in Turkey's good graces. He gets the most money that he's ever gotten for a fight. Then because he don't want to fight Devin Haney and he gets desperate, he calls Turkey Al-Sheikh out with his name and talks about his race. Talks about his country, talks about his religion. And you know that he fucked up because he went back and apologized to Turkey just for him to turn down another big fight. Bro, you can have hand problems and still spar, bro. I know that from experience. I done had wrist injuries, and I was gonna give myself some time to rest, but then your competitive spirit get to moving, and you be like, man, let me just go ahead and let me do some shit real quick, man. I ain't gonna put too much on these punches. So just because Shakur Stevenson is sparring Bud, don't mean that his fucking hand issues just went away. You deal with interviews, bro. You deal with injuries, bro. Mazuma, did I watch the Virgil interview? Yes, I did. I don't think I watched the whole thing, but I felt like he was saying the same shit. Like he was saying shit that I already knew. You feel me? So you thinking that Shakur capping about his hand injuries because he sparred Terrence Crawford. Bro, niggas box with injuries all the time. And if you ever boxed before, you know what I'm talking about. I done had whiplash, hairline fractures on my wrist, shoulder injuries, knee all inflamed, ankle all fucked up, still get in the ring and box when you know you're supposed to be resting. That's you just falling for the temptation. That's just you wanting to be a competitor. That happens. That's why they say ain't nobody 100% when they step in the ring. I know that. Floyd said he only had 2 fights in his career where he was injury-free, or it may have been one or 2 fights. He said the Arturo Gotti fight was the only fight where he didn't have any injuries going into the fight. He had 50 of them. I tell you everything you need to know. Floyd had hand injury his whole career. He was sparring. He was sparring with hand injuries. You spar with a torn bicep? Shit. Bro, I pulled my bicep, bro. Felt like I hyperextended it. I think I threw a jab and I felt something pop. I was like, whoa, what the fuck was that? And I didn't break it. I didn't pull it or tear it or nothing like that. But bro, every time I extended my arm out like this, I just felt like all this pain and resistance. It was weird. This nigga called me Maluma. That's crazy. Like the singer. I don't know why you calling me big bro. You don't know me. That's dick eater energy, bro. We don't do that. We don't call niggas big bro that we don't know. Did you get surgery on your bicep, or what happened? Because usually when you tear your bicep, you gotta do some type of surgery. That's what happened with Cotto in his last fight when he fought Saddam Ali. That nigga bicep was curled up at the top of his arm. I was like, what the fuck? Shit was crazy. 88 says fighters fight with injuries all the time. You're human. You're gonna get hurt and feel different in certain fights. It's normal. That's a fact. Oh yeah, you got surgery. See, bad on. Because I was the type, boy, like I used to throw my jabs like fucking right hands, bro. So I used to really snap them joints. Boom, boom. And I remember the one time I threw that joint like on some quick shit. I don't know what happened, bro. I just felt this whole shit just. I felt something pop. I was like, what the fuck? Any boxing tomorrow or what? Not that I know of, bro. It's gonna be pretty dry until Canelo Bud, for real, for real. So we gonna be having we just gonna be chopping it up and chilling, I guess, cause ain't gonna be a lot going on. They had some fights today, but it wasn't like I'm at the point now where it's like, bro, I'm not even really watching these niggas, bro. Jermaine fight tomorrow. Yeah, I saw that. See, Slime, if he knew Jermaine how he said he did, he could have got me that interview a long time ago. That's how I know Slime full of shit. He don't know Jermaine. Yo, and this tell us, yeah, I'm gonna check him out if I got the time. I'm gonna take my son to the zoo tomorrow. That's what we gonna do. Nah, bro, I ain't got no fights tomorrow, man. We was fighting back to back weeks, but I think we gonna be chilling till October. You feel me? I wanna have my fighters. I mean, because we was busy this whole summer. Really busy summer. But I think we gonna have an event at the gym October 10th. Yeah, I mean, we gonna do that. Then you know. Then we get back on the road after that. I want to keep them in the gym, just tighten up on some shit, get some good sparring, mature, develop, and then come back. Shit is insane how summer already over. Bro, it's already feeling like it, bro. I don't know if you still in Philly or whatever the case is, bro, but today was kind of, mean. It was like this morning it was cold, then it got a little bit sunny outside. It was like the perfect weather. It was like 75, 78 around there. Then this weekend coming up, I'm gonna be away from Friday to Monday. I'm gonna be up Ocean City, Maryland. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go live. Cause that hotel Wi-Fi be trash. Man, shut up, nigga. Stop dicking. You heard what I said. Let me ask. Shut up. Yeah, he's spacing all his messages out. Andre, bro, I already answered that question, bro. Why you talking about some shit from 2017? What they gotta do with what we talking about? Andre Ward been retired for 8 years. Shut up. Get over it. Who want to do the honors, man? Who want to do the honors? Shout out to Slime. What do I think about Hitchens calling out Roach? That just let me know that the Teofimo Lopez fight ain't in store for Hitchens neither. That's what it let me know because Richardson Hitchens said he wanted 2 fights. He wanted either Teofimo Lopez or he wanted Devin Haney. I think he wanted it in that order, right? Devin Haney caught up with Brian Norman right now. You know what I mean? He had 147. Hitchens is still at 140 from what I understand. Teofimo Lopez, he turning down fights left and right. So it seemed like Richardson Hitchens trying to find another option. So why not call out Lamont Roach when you see that his rematch just fell through with Gervonta Davis? You know what I mean? So that's just Richardson Hitchens is putting his bid in because he understands that if he beat Lamont Roach, that'll do something for his career because Lamont Roach, off of that controversial draw, his stock is at an all-time high. So he'll benefit a lot off of beating Lamont Roach, to be honest with you. Or Lamont Roach had a close fight. Like, he arguably beat Tank and Hitchens beat Lamont. And that'll do a lot for his stock. You know what I mean? For his recognition, his popularity. So it seemed like Lamont Roach likes that fight as well. I don't think Lamont beats Hitchens. Just stylistically, I don't know if he'll be able to really get past Hitchens' jab. You feel what I'm saying? I think if Hitchens keeps it at long range, I think he could frustrate Lamont, run him into straight shots, and you know what I mean, just use his mobility, his mobility around the ring to, outpoint him. That's what I think. You know what I mean? Maybe yeah, Anonymous, you probably right. He said he's trying to get back on Tank Good side, possibly. Yeah, I mean, because you already know Hitchens like a little groupie when it comes to these niggas, man. He be everybody's sidekick. Just being nigga, just known for being around other niggas. You feel me? So I don't know, bro. But that's just Hitchens just looking for an opportunity. He looking for a big fight. You know what I mean? So Hitchens, Lamont Roach is a winnable fight for him. He understands that. That's the thing about Hitchens. He ain't calling nobody out that he feel like he can't beat. You know what I mean? If you ain't, you peep that a lot of the motherfuckers he call out don't have that, that pressure style. You know what I mean? Don't got that that high work rate pressure, power punching style. Because those type guys he want to avoid for real. That's why he ain't calling out no Gary Antoine Russell. That's why he ain't calling out no Super Matias. So we pay attention to the guys he be calling out and see what they all got in common. You're gonna see that ain't none of them dudes bruisers, brawlers, uh, pressure fighters, none of that. None of it. Yo, there's a fact. That's what I've been saying about Hitchens. He said Hitchens one of those background character niggas. He be friendly with everybody just for the clout. Facts. But he admitted it too on that interview he just did with Barack and them. Like he just be cool with everybody. You know what Mike Tyson said? His fellow Brooklyn brother. You know what I mean? A man that's a friend to everybody is an enemy to himself. You feel me? Can't trust niggas like that. What? Berlanga took that nigga on a date and posted him on the gram. Nigga, what? What you talking about, Ghost? What? Put who on the gram? Hold on. Let's see. Took that nigga on a date. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't see that shit. But anyways, I believe you. Oh shit. Yeah, look that up. Mike Tyson said that, Slime. And I think what Mike means by that is like, trusting that many people, like you bound to fuck yourself over. You pretty much asking to run into problems and give yourself issues. You can't trust everybody. You can't be everybody's friend because not everybody has your best interest. You feel me? So yeah, if you bring too many, if you have too many people around you, if you cool with too many people, you're part of too many circles. You gonna run into some ain't shit people that You know what I mean? Might put you in a fucked up situation, fuck you over, whatever the case is. Hitchens seemed like he one of them niggas that just be happy to be around other niggas. And if you peep, he be so hell bent on being cool with everybody. Nigga be having problems with everybody. He cool with. Nigga that had falling outs with everybody. This nigga was cool as shit with Shakur. They had a falling out because he was trying to give Tank all this credit and shit. Tank stopped fucking with him because he was trying to be cool with Shakur. Like he just I hate niggas that be trying to be like I had a homie like that in high school who I had like not no real problem, wasn't no beef or nothing like that, but I ain't fuck with them niggas. He used to try to play both sides. I cannot stand a both sides ass nigga, bro, to this day. To this day, bro. I'm like, bro, you gonna at first I gave this nigga like being a young nigga and shit. I'm like, bro, like you fucking with them or you fucking with us, nigga? Like, what is we doing? Oh no, I'm not getting it. I say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna pick it for you. You stay the fuck over there. I ain't talked to that nigga for years. It's like, bro, I ain't got no time to be around niggas who I gotta question whether they loyalty is with me or not. You feel me? That's why I fuck. Shout out to my nigga Steve On, man. If Chris Maldonado in the building, he know who Steve On is. That been my homie since 2014, bro. It's 11 years in. I ain't never had to question that nigga loyalty to say it for nothing. If I ain't like nobody, he ain't like them niggas neither. And it really be that simple with me. Like, I got a best friend that I've been cool with. We've been locked in since 6th grade. Nigga, I'm talking about 12 years old. We 27 now. That's 15 years. If that nigga say he don't fuck with somebody, bro, cool. Fuck that nigga. That's just how I be. Unless, like, I feel like there's a misunderstanding and I'll try to do whatever I can. Like, if I'm cool with the nigga and I see that the shit not that serious, you know what I mean? We can have that conversation. But if it's genuine beef, like if shit can't be talked out and it's like, whatever, all right, fuck them niggas then. It is what it is. I ain't about to be playing both sides with nobody. I ain't about to be playing both sides with nobody. And if both these niggas my brothers, bro, whoever in the wrong, bro, they might get cut. They might get cut, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's say I'm equally close to both. Whoever moving snakish, them niggas getting cut, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, Slime definitely rock. That's a loyal brother right there, man. Where the fuck is my laptop charger at? I still got this shit up here, like that shit means something. We already packed that nigga up. I ain't gotta show you shit. These niggas can't debate you when you got facts on your side. You feel me? Niggas be sitting around just so happy that they good at debating. But one thing you can never refute are the facts. You feel me? So these niggas can't do shit with me. What you mean, Coffee? I was talking in general. Coffee got beef. I got beef. Facts. See, and they know I rock like that too. That's why, like, my family, when shit pop off, they don't be calling me. Cause if shit going left, I'm gonna go the fuck right. I remember my step up, they got into some shit. They ain't tell me till like 3 months after the fact. I'm like, what the fuck? Why y'all? Oh, we ain't want to call you. You would have made it worse. Like, you know what? You right. You right. Definitely right. If niggas gotta get punched on, they getting punched on. Don't call me unless you really like your mind made up, bro. And niggas do not call me. Shout out to all the OGs, facts. Mazuma Nation, absolutely. We got the best. We the best, man. For all the rest, it ain't no contest, you feel me? Shout out to Floyd Sr. for that. He said, my son's the best. Wait, what Floyd Sr. used to say? My son's the best. For all the rest, there's no contest. Shit going left, I'm throwing left hooks. Bro. Facts. Do not call me, bro, unless you really need me, bro. I had niggas call me, right? I'm like, bro, you sure you want to do this shit? Yeah, bro, yeah, I'm gonna fuck him up, bet. I'm talking about we pulling, bro, and I was young too. I'm talking like 17, 18, pulling up in this big ass Durango with like 8 niggas in the car. How many niggas in like 6, 7 niggas in the car, bro? Ready to do niggas dirty, pause. And nigga get cold, the nigga got cold feet. I was like, oh, this nigga's a weenie. I'm like, oh, this nigga a weenie, bro. After that, I stopped answering bull calls, bro. Then I found out it was only for one nigga. I'm like, bro, you got 7 niggas. You so scared of this nigga that you called 7 niggas up to give you confidence to fight one nigga. Now, when we actually found the nigga, he didn't want to do nothing. I'm like, bro, we just drove out here for no reason. So we ended up tipping on the nigga anyway. But after that, I was like, nigga, no, we ain't doing that. I made the nigga apologize and all that. Wow, this nigga a bitch. Then that same nigga was telling other niggas during high school, because me and him had an argument or whatever, that he was going to still off on me. Nigga, I was like, what? Nigga, we got on the same train. I usually go the opposite way. I went on the same train as him. Got off at the same stop as him. Asked him what the fuck we doing. He was like, oh, I ain't never say that. I'm like, you bitch ass nigga. Went the whole opposite way. Came home late and all. I remember my mom cursed me out for that. Why the fuck you got home so late? I was looking for smoke. That's what happened. But anyways, that's the end of my story, man. Shout out to the people over there at Vitamin Energy for supporting Mazuma TV and being an official sponsor for Mazuma TV. We are powered by Vitamin Energy, man. Y'all go ahead, vitaminenergy.com. Get you a variety pack. Get you a Focus Plus pack. Any pack that you see on the website, man, use the promo code BOGO, B-O-G-O, Mazuma TV, all together, no spaces, to get you. If you buy one pack, you get the other pack free, man. Absolutely free. This shit is a deal. You feel what I mean? This is the best energy shot on the market. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. No crash. It nourishes the body. All that good stuff, man. Y'all let me know if y'all support. Yo, man, I genuinely want y'all to try this. This ain't no advertisement. I get paid off of the commissions. Like I get paid based off of what I sell. You feel what I mean? They not paying me to endorse this whatsoever. So I can just keep this shit to myself and just have my, people from my gym buy them. And, bro, I'm telling y'all, this is the best energy shot in the market. I tried plenty of them. I done tried all different types of energy drinks. This is the only one that I've tried, in all honesty, that had me sharp, had me focused. And I ain't crashed after the fact. You know what I mean? And it ain't keep me up all night neither. So this is a good joint. You feel what I'm saying? So I hope you have a blessed, beautiful night, man. This was my live. You feel what I mean? If you truly appreciate the content, y'all go ahead, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. We on the road to 4K, and we looking to hit that 4K mark by the end of the year. So if you hit that like button, you'll be helping accomplish them goals. You feel what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace. I'll be back at y'all at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue speaking on what's currently going on in the sport of boxing. I'll holler at y'all, man. Peace.